Okay, so we're gonna film this whole thing. Down there is the trains that go all the way to everywhere. This is the immigration part. And we're gonna go down into this nice shopping area so you can kind of see all kinds of stuff already here. Let's go check out the road. Okay, I'm the content creator for this channel. If you like what I'm doing, just subscribe and hit the like button. So we're gonna head down this way. And this is one big shopping cart area right here. So we're walking into this is kind of a big maze, so a lot of people will come here and get really cheap goods of pretty much everything. Phones, food. Actually, I'm gonna get some food right now. Phone cards, they'll change money. All these people are changing money. And they'll usually quote some outrageous price, so I wouldn't use them. I would use some other place for sure. But if you know the rate, you can use it for sure. There's a train of people. And you can kind of get a sense for it. As soon as you cross over, it feels like what a lot of China feels like. I kind of like it myself, but it is different than Macau. And once we get in here, you can see kind of a maze of people running here because they're on their phones. So, okay. The noise levels are much higher, that's for sure. And it's basically kind of a big maze of all kinds of stuff in here. I'm gonna go specifically to a restaurant that I like, and I'm gonna eat there. So I'll just take you on the journey to get there. But if I wanted to, I could just take you along. Actually, if there's interest, let me know. If you have interest in seeing all this kind of stuff, I will walk around the camera and I'll focus in on it. But basically, you always see this. People work here, so they eat right where they work. You can buy pretty much everything, socks, clothing. There's areas that are more for women's clothing. There's things that are more for men's. There's toy areas, there's candy. And I think they're like little boutiques, so they must just rent them. Bags. But yeah, if you have an interest, let me know, because then I'll create a video specifically for that. Let's see. It's gonna keep on going straight here. Sewing. I see the restaurant that I want, so I'm gonna go to that in a second. They do massage stuff there. Foods. You're kind of getting a sense of it anyway, so I think regardless if I film for 20 minutes and walked all around or for 5 minutes, I think you get a pretty good idea of it. And I'm gonna walk into this restaurant coming up here. Japanese restaurant with all the lanterns on it, Chinese lanterns. By Jade, of course. And before we go into here, I'm gonna use the bathroom. This is the restaurant we're gonna go into in a minute. This is a little sewing spot, and I'm gonna turn this off in a minute. The line is crazy. Okay, so I just ate here. Food is great. I have had other videos where I've shown exactly what I usually order there. It's like a fried rice, beef fried rice. And we're just gonna keep on walking. This is a toy shop. And I can relax. I think the first part of the video I was speeding along at lightning speed, probably a little bit hungry. But now we're just gonna walk through and you can see a little bit more of this in a more slower pace. Food carts, fresh foods. This is kind of cool, all these mannequins. Let's see. It's kind of interesting. I guess it's all like, it's cool. So we're just gonna follow on out here. I'm gonna go outside. And luckily there's little stairs. We just kind of tapped into a corner of it. So basically what I did was we came through and we kind of stuck to the right, went to this restaurant and we came out and out. But I could have wandered around in that little maze. I'm not even sure all the boundaries of that maze because it's a little bit difficult. Oops, she got in there, okay. So I'm gonna keep this on and then you can see the outside as well. And this is usually what they'll do is they'll go back and forth through the border, so they'll carry all this kind of stuff like that. And we're gonna cross the street in a minute. Let's see if we can get through here. Okay, so this is kind of the entrance. There's a bus right here on this side, and you saw the train that was on the other side. It's way back there. And what I'm going to do in a minute, and I'll turn off the camera after I cross the street. So you kind of have to go across this really busy street, and but everybody just kind of wanders through, like this old guy. Cars sometimes stop, sometimes they go through. Never really know. And then you're on this busy pedestrian street. Then you have all these. And these are like little shops, Union Pay. Usually catering for when people cross the border, right? So if you try to go to get a haircut, there's a place right here. You get a haircut. Oh, it's only 25, 88. They're different prices, but anyways, we're now on pedestrian street. There's another KFC. There's KFC on both sides. And what I'm going to do is, there's a rental bike right there. What I'm going to do is turn this off. And I filmed this pedestrian street other times too, so so you'll be able to see this if you so desire to search through my channel a little bit and you'll see it. Alright, so we're back in Zhuhai again. This fruit is really good right here. Just gonna kind of go by this real quick. Yeah, all this fruit is like really fresh. Okay, I'm gonna turn this off. And this right here is all pedestrian street. Take a turn to the left, and we're gonna go on into this little thing right here. Usually come into this place. So I'm gonna film. This is the little temple, but it's not really a temple. It's more like I don't know what it is. But usually people hang out here, and there's a little thing inside. You can see a nice little thing up there. People just kind of relax. But you can view pedestrian street from this space. So it's actually kind of cool. So we're just gonna walk back out again. And then I'm gonna turn around and show it to you again. So we're gonna flip this way like that. And there it is. And this is on this pedestrian street. So there's gonna be, this is the border down that way, directly that way. So that goes to Macau. And this side is inside of Zhuhai. So I'm just gonna walk it a little bit. And I have filmed in this area before, so I'm gonna try to film it a little bit differently today. I'm gonna try to go down some different streets. This has been under construction forever, this little space. So sometimes filming in this space is something I usually don't do, and I usually go down there and film further down on pedestrian street. But today what I'm gonna do is kind of cut into these little back alleys and try to go a different way around so you can see something a little bit different than what I usually film. Pharmacy is right there. This is pretty common. You can buy plants. So I'm gonna walk towards this little market here. A lot of people will collect cardboard. So you can see all the collected cardboard right there. I used to see that in Korea too. They do it here as well. Hey. This is looks like they're doing some recycling here. We got some little bit of food in that space. We got some recycling in this space. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna follow this into this little space so you can see all the stuff that's going on here. Hair salon, flower shops, more flower shops, toys, papers. Not sure what that is exactly. Plastic tables is pretty common. It opens up into this bigger space. Lots of food stands in this particular spot. This is kind of a market. And sometimes I walk into this little space in here. It's all like very, very cheap stuff, basically. Phone shops. I wouldn't recommend. Hello. So you got. I wouldn't recommend getting any phone stuff in China because they usually take it all apart and replace it with older stuff. So visibly it'll look like it's new, but it's and they might charge you a little bit cheaper, but there's a reason for it. Another hair salon place. Hair salon's a good place to make some money, really, because it's just based on skill, right? Let me just see. I could walk down this street. I think I'm gonna walk down this street. Let's see. Haircuts. More haircut places. Let's see. So this one is another hair salon place. This is a restaurant. So this is all right next to the border. So basically we're walking to the border. I'm probably gonna walk across Macau and I'm gonna film over there. Sometimes I come over here because actually I do two things. I'll get really cheap food, and then sometimes I'll go into actually it's just kind of a good place just to kind of hang around, actually. Mostly because everything here is like half the price. Sometimes it's kind of nice just having that experience. And I think what I'm going to do is I want to cross the street, but I'm going to have to walk down a little bit, I guess. It's all right too. There's a Buffel restaurant, B-U-F-F-E-L. I can see all the people that are crossing over there, which is where I wish I was right now. Sometimes you have to wait a couple minutes. Sometimes it'll be like I think it's a 90-second line. Oh, right now it's at 23. If I ran, let's run over there. Okay, so we're gonna catch this light. I'm gonna try anyways. See if we can catch it. And caught it. So if we would have missed that, that would have been 73 seconds you have to wait. So we're gonna be, this is called Gongbei Port. So we're right at the border again. You'll see. And actually what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get in this line to the left. Way over to the right is the trains, and they'll go all over China. But I'm just gonna walk across the border and I'll film over there in a little bit. So anyways, the whole area. And I'll have to turn off the camera in a second, so turn it off right now.
Chiquinha, chiquinha.